So another week, another 30 plus points, another loss for the Falcons. It's really amazing that this team is turning to much watched TV. Every game has been pretty exciting, from the Eagles, the Panthers, the Saints game, and now this week the Bengals. In this video, we're going to talk about what happened in the game today, who's to blame, is there blame to go around, what are the solutions to these problems, are there any solutions to the problems? We're starting right now. What up, dude? What's up, everybody? You know what it is. It's Aaron Duncan here with the Necessary Bluntness Sports Talk. This is the channel where I might not tell you what you want to hear, but I'm definitely going to tell you what you need to hear. And you know I give recap and analysis on the best division in the NFL, the NFC South. So if you want to see more videos about the Falcons, the Bucks, the Saints, or the Panthers, you know you got to hit the subscribe button below, man. Go ahead and do it. Stop wasting time. Give the video a thumbs up. Make sure you share the video and tell a friend to tell a friend. Whatever. You guys let me know down below in the comments, who are you blaming for the loss? What do you think about Dan Quinn's decision making, like the go for two and the fourth down, and a couple other scenarios in the game that happened? I have to go back and watch to get the specific details, but you guys let me know down below in the comments what you thought about those decisions. Well, like I said, the bright side is you're getting your money's worth. If you bought a Falcons ticket, you're definitely getting your money's worth out of every game. Every game has been pretty close, man, and since the injuries are starting to pile up, you can tell the defense is reeling for sure. And this is the second week in a row that the offense has scored 36 plus points, and the team can't get a victory. It's another close loss. It came down to pretty much whoever was going to have the ball last is going to win the game. For 2 weeks in a row, it hasn't been the Falcons, and that's just sometimes the way the cookie crumbles. And this 1-3 start is definitely tough. You know, there's not the odds are definitely not in your favor as far as making the playoffs. Fortunately, the division is still pretty close. I mean, you still got a good amount of your schedule left. I mean, it's only 4 games in. There's a lot of football left. And like I said, it wasn't a conference loss and it wasn't a division loss. So you still have to kind of put everything into perspective. However, where do the Falcons go from here? And the defense has pretty much been pathetic. Yes, we know the safety injuries and the linebacker injuries, and a couple other guys got banged up during the game today. But it really wasn't even the safety's fault today. Yeah, Tyler Eifert scored on a touchdown on the scene, but that was just a good play by Andy Dalton. One time for Tyler Eifert. Prayers up for him, man. That was a nasty leg injury today. This is a guy that's always been hurt in his career anyway. He's been pretty banged up a lot. And this may be the injury that pretty much ends his career, because he was finally getting going. He got a touchdown earlier in the game, and then he had a gruesome leg break. So prayers up for him. But back to the topic, it was really the corners. The corners are what got picked. Alfred pretty much got toasted all day. AJ Green put on a clinic on him. There was a lot of grab, illegal contacts, pass interference. I mean, that's what Alfred does, but I don't know why they didn't match up Trufant with him a little bit more. I don't know if they thought because Alfred's a little bit more athletic, that he would be able to play better against AJ, but AJ pretty much gave him that work, and Trufant he didn't really play much on AJ from what I saw, but Tyler Boyd was roasting him the whole game. Tyler Boyd came up with so many clutch third down catches, it really was making my eyes bleed how many times Andy Dalton was going to him. And going into the game, I previewed, I talked about maybe the running back out the backfield being a big factor. Yeah, they got some plays out of that, but it wasn't a huge dealing that I expected them to take advantage of, especially after we saw Kamara catch 15 balls and Christian McCaffrey catch 15 balls. So that adjustment was pretty good there. However, like I said, the corners on the outside, they really got a clinic put on them, and there was too much grabbing, too many penalties, and the penalties killed them. Poole, he played a lot more safety than nickel today. I think he pretty much played exclusively safety and not nickel. He pretty much had that unclutch helmet to helmet, which was a good call. However, a lot of the penalties seemed like they were going away against the Falcons. A lot of them were good calls, but however, I don't know. It seemed kind of biased from the announcers. Anytime that the Falcons got called on, it was, oh, good call by the refs. Anytime the Bengals got a penalty, it was kind of like, oh, I don't know about that one. So I don't know. I mean, but it's CBS. What do you expect? This game was back and forth, another shootout. I told you guys, Andy Dalton had 4 turnovers last week. A lot of people I heard a chatter breaking down the game were saying that they could probably take advantage of getting picks. Yeah, they got 1 pick, but that was off of a drop. Andy Dalton played a fairly clean game. A lot of those picks last week against Carolina weren't his fault, probably about half of them. So I knew Andy Dalton was probably going to come out and play good, especially when I heard AJ Green was cleared. It's amazing, especially after watching the Bengals play the Panthers last week. Once AJ Green went out, Andy Dalton kind of struggled, but you see the difference that an elite wide receiver like AJ Green can make and the impact he has. They were rolling coverage to him, which allowed Tyler Boyd to get open and make some plays. And his impact was kind of really felt out there, especially when he caught the game winner. It was kind of heartbreaking to see it go down like that. But let's talk about coaching. Dan Quinn, some of his decisions and time management really made me question, like, what the heck is he thinking out there sometimes? Going for it early on 4th down at midfield is not the move. He turned it over, and you knew in a game where every possession counts, and I know that you want to be aggressive because you think that, I don't know if it's because he has a lack of confidence in his own defense because of the injuries, or he was too big-headed about what his offense was going to do. But giving that extra possession away to the Bengals gave them kind of a leg up. The Falcons only led the game for 3 minutes until their last drive, to the fourth quarter, and they were playing catch-up the whole time. Granted, yes, you have a good offense, but you're not going to stop anybody. You don't want to be coming from behind. You want to be that guy that's striking the first punch. You don't want to be the one with the counter punch to try to match that punch, especially when you're at home. You can't let the road team hang around late. And the fact that the Bengals had the lead most of the game, it gave them the confidence to think that, okay, we can go down and win this game, especially after the Falcons kicked the field goal in the red zone. Now, let's talk about the offense because they did pretty good. You can't ask for any much more than 36. Sark called a pretty decent game. The running game was okay. They tried to run it outside a little bit too much for my taste. I think they should have just ran dead at them, but they got what they wanted to pretty much. Ito had a great game on the ground. Coleman had a pretty good game too. Like I said, running dead at them. You saw what Christian McCaffrey did just running north-south on those guys last week. I know you have a different game. Your style's a little bit different with the outside zone. However, you got to go and play to your strengths and matchups. Selling for field goals field goals will get you beat. I know Ron Rivera, he says that for the Panthers, field goals will get you beat, especially when you're going against a team with a pretty good quarterback. And whether you like him or not, Andy Dalton is probably the baseline quarterback in NFL, and he can still get stuff done because he has good weapons, he makes good decisions, and he has a pretty good play calling on his side also. So maybe getting maybe getting a touchdown in that last field goal attempt that they did to make it, a 1-point game? I don't know. And then to go back to Dan Quinn to go for 2 when it wasn't necessary, it was way too early. I know Bruce Arians, he's a coach, and he's an aggressive coach himself. But even he said he wouldn't have went for 2 then because it was too early. And it kind of just changed the dynamics of the game. I don't know how much of a factor it would have played down the stretch, but Matt Bryant is automatic from extra points. So you got to take the points while you have them early on in that game. So I don't know. However, you got to be happy with the ball distribution when the way the offense is dealing like that. It's going to be hard to stop. Julio Sanu, Ridley got in there. Paulson even caught a touchdown. Ridley had 2 more touchdowns to add to his Rookie of the Year campaign. Shout out to that boy out there, but it's probably going to come down to him and Saquon Barkley for their Rookie of the Year award. But we'll see how it goes. But without further ado, my name is Aaron Duncan signing off for Necessary Bluntness Sports Talk. I'll see you guys next time.